ready to take your investment game to the next level? Introducing Digital Investor, your ultimate guide to mastering the digital marketplace. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Digital Investor brings you cutting-edge game theoretical strategies, expert insights, and real-time tips and tactics to analyze, evaluate, invest, and grow your wealth. Don't miss out on the digital revolution. Visit www.nickblacknex.com and start your journey with Digital Investor today.
Brandon!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
What's going on? What's going on?
Well, I can tell you a few things.
Oh,
Well,
dude,
actually, yeah. Let's go ahead. Let's go through this. Let's rock and. Hopefully, you're on time today. Hold on. I'm gonna give people like a minute.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: if I start talking and then people miss it, they'll come in here and be like, they'll ask me like all the questions that I'm gonna answer right now.
Yeah.
Actually, let's wait like a few minutes.
We'll wait.
Because I know
if anybody wants to ask random questions.
Yeah, let's see. Random questions. Random questions.
It was cool. I met a dude yesterday I was getting a shake. There's a place that makes these really good shakes. They don't taste like shakes. They're like yummy. They have chocolate, coconut in them, all that kind of stuff, but also like a lot, like 40 grams protein. They're very yummy.
Ooh, wow.
And and it's like, you feel like you're eating something, not just
feel like you're getting a steak shake, right? That's what I like. Those are my kind of shakes, right?
So I felt like I chewed through it. And this guy, when I pulled up, he looked and he's like, man, if I was going to start over right now, how would I end up in a car like that? And I said, you know what? And when I really thought about it, I guess the answer is go back and study game theory.
Oh,
study game theory.
I mean, life is kind of a game, isn't it? Like the whole thing.
It's all
right?
Everything: evolutionary science, biology, economics, physics, chemistry, human interaction.
I bet he wasn't expecting that answer. I bet he was expecting go buy real estate. Go.
But you know what he did?
What up?
He got his phone out and he wrote game theory. I said,
legit. Usually those guys blank face me and they're like, they don't do anything.
Yeah,
that's good.
No, and then I said, you're going to spend 6 months on game theory and another lifetime on cognitive bias. And then
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I think, who knows? He might gain from this. We'll see. If I had a kid, which thankfully yet, and these cats won't learn game theory. I've tried to show them a payoff matrix and mess with it. They're not trying to hear it.
All right. We've waited long enough. Let's rock through this really quickly.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. If you're trying to go over to the HyperPG site and claim, here's what we're going to do. Connect wallet. If you select MetaMask, it pulls up this code and you can't do anything. It gets stuck, right? So just connect wallet, MetaMask. It doesn't pop up MetaMask. Even if you go to MetaMask and try to like connect, it says MetaMask, it says this isn't a Web3 site. So the way that you kind of get around that, you go connect wallet and you hit browser wallet, and then it will pull up MetaMask, okay? So in case you guys are having problems. Okay, so then it says my ANT fees are claimed. Right now I'm on the Ethereum blockchain. You can see these are all my Ethereum node factories, okay? The reason I know that is because they have this cool number here. And it says Ethereum up here. If I switch over to the base blockchain, I'm on base now, but it's like, anyway, you can't really tell that they're ANT fee. I don't know. But don't worry. Come over to Node Market and you can see the ANT fees are now live on Node Market, and you can see them, you can touch them, And the way you can see them, you can click on your and fee and you can kind of check it out. You know the and fees aren't active right now, okay? So that's kind of not whatever, but at least you can see that you have your and fees on Node Market, okay? And then later today, I have a call with the Hypercycle team. We're going to walk through, but you can actually list your and fees on Node Market and stuff. We're going to do some final testing today. And then I got a call with the, like I said, the Hypercycle team we're starting to get these and fees listed so people can start transacting and stuff. So it's kind of cool. As far as, let's see, anything else? No, I think it's pretty easy. That's it.
I want to see the baby.
You can see your and fees on Node Market. That's it. That's it.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, wait, I can't see mine, though. I don't even know what's going. I guess I got some.
Did you? You don't have to wait till November?
I don't know. I do have to wait till November. No, wait, not for the other ones. I don't know. It's very confusing.
Okay, I don't have any. So if
I'm not sure. I'm not
Um,
sure if I have any or not. I know I have some in November. I don't know now. All right. Fun things to know and tell. All right.
Doesn't
We're gonna
this
ask
look
about
better? Doesn't this look better than this? Just seeing numbers? Isn't it cooler to see
wait,
like...
hold up. Go back to the Hyper PG one. That thing's dope.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. My bad.
If you were just one of those autistic kids that just loves numbers, this is your page, bro.
That's dope.
But if you like pictures and stuff like that, and you like things that make
Sometimes
sense,
I like to like visualize things and be able to click it and know that this is the base one.
ooh,
You know, that it's like, you know, that everything, even though the token ID, which I'm surprised the token ID is the same. I actually got to talk to them about that. I was wondering. Anyway, there's some anyway.
you know what? It probably needs a little elbow grease before it's done. Is all.
Well, that can't be elbow greased anymore. That's done. For some reason, anyway, there's some things.
Any further guidance on the tilling? What would you recommend people do, Brandon? Would you recommend?
Oh, they got to reach out to them. 100%.
Yeah.
Like I can't field any more questions, and they should hear your questions.
Yeah. We don't design stuff for them. We do some special purpose patchworky things, but they're the ones like, and also Hypercycle isn't Hyper PG. Those are separate companies. So that's another thing. Like, just understand that, like, when Hyper PG does something, that's not Toofy and those guys doing it. They may see it along the path of it being built, but they're not doing it. So yeah, keep that in mind, man. Okay, Brandon, do you want to talk first? Well, there's a couple pieces of questions. Do you want to talk about the new MicroStrategy of Ethereum, which is a positive story? Or
let's go positive, and then let's take it down a notch. So let's go MicroStrategy of Ethereum. Yes.
And we'll just go balls deep into the weekend. Okay.
Yes, the first Ethereum treasury, right?
The first, yes. So this is pretty cool. So it's a company called SharpLink. Matter of fact, I may even have a cool little picture. We might be able to put up a cool little picture. Bam! SharpLink. Okay, so what is SharpLink? MicroStrategy obviously surprised everyone in 2020 with this bold Bitcoin plan. Give us money for free. We're going to buy Bitcoin. We're also going to line our pockets. We're also going to pay off old debts. We're also going to get Michael out of tax prison, which looks like he was going to go to jail for $100 million worth of tax evasion. But none of that really matters anymore because, hey, people have bought in. And give it to Michael. Not only has he run his Ponzi schemes successfully, there's 22 other companies doing the same thing. So it is what it is. And I guess what's good for the goose, good for the gander. So now SharpLink wants to do the same thing, but with Ethereum, right? So here are the salient details. So this was they say, how do you save an ailing publicly traded company in 2025? The answer, pivot to crypto, or specifically become a crypto treasury company, meaning your company has failed. You have nothing to offer people, nothing. You have employees. They basically produce on the aggregate nothing of value. You're going backwards. You might even be losing, I don't know, just a random number. I'm going to pull it out of the sky. $5.9 billion a quarter. So what do? Well, you just become a Bitcoin or crypto treasury company. Just become it. I don't know why
that's the answer.
I don't know why that's even a thing. I don't know why any of this is legal, but what the hell, right? So anyway, the previously unknown online gambling market. Has anybody ever even heard of SharpLink? I mean, really? What's it say?
So that's an issue. I wonder what's going on there.
We're having trouble streaming to on air. Ugh.
That's a big issue. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah. Is everybody still getting us? Are we streaming?
It seems fine to me. Like I can get it. I wonder what their trouble is.
I've never even seen that warning before.
I've never seen that warning before either. But everybody's still like I can go on the website and see it. Everybody's there. So
well, until we die. We don't.
It went away.
Yeah. Weird.
That's weird. Oh well.
Word. Okay.
Keep going.
So I don't know if anybody had ever heard of SharpLink Gaming, but
yeah. That was one of my main investments.
you were big in that one. Anyway, earlier this week it announced it raised $425 million in investment to establish an Ethereum treasury, which, okay, cool, I guess. It was a notable departure from the more common route of building a Bitcoin treasury, with Ethereum being the second largest and most liquid crypto asset on the market next to Bitcoin. As part of the raise, Consensus CEO and Ethereum co-founder Joseph Lubin joined SharpLink's board of directors. I'm sure he got a fat ass paycheck and a big chunk of that $400 million that came in. He's one of 22 investors in an editorially independent Decrypt. I guess he's also an investor. Consensus is an investor in Decrypt, which is where this news came from. Anyway, before going all in on Ethereum, SharpLink had a market cap of around 2 million. This company, anyway, okay, this is barely a company, man. Anyway, trading for just over $2 per share, and just weeks ago was dangerously close to being delisted from NASDAQ for falling below the $1 per share minimum. On Tuesday, everything changed. The company's stock jumped 420% to $35 a share, with a market cap above 23 million, which, okay, that's weird, but okay. Anyway, in a strategy reminiscent of strategy, Michael Saylor's company, formerly known as MicroStrategy, who they kind of laid down the blueprint for how you do this and not go to prison. So you buy either a bunch of Bitcoin or, in SharpLink's case, a bunch of Ethereum, and your stock functions as this proxy bet on the asset. And I guess that's for people that are too trucking stupid to go buy the ETF, or too trucking stupid to open a Coinbase or a Kraken account. So for those people, the demonstrably stupid, I mean, this is stupid. This is stupid to a derivative, right? Like, do you know what Bitcoin is? No. Do you know what Bitcoin ETFs are? Mm-mm. Okay. Do you know what strategy is? Oh, I'm all in. Okay. All right. You're winning, I guess. So anyway, shares in a crypto treasury company will often trade at a premium to the digital asset because for the average investor, it's much easier to buy stock than fiddle around with crypto directly. Brandon, real quick. When you're entering an order, is it harder to enter an order for, say, iBit than it is for strategy? Like, is the order entry easier?
No. I mean, it's not the same to me.
So why do any of these companies exist? I do not understand why these companies exist. But I mean, how dumb of an investor do you have to be like, dude, they bought Ethereum? And to which their wife probably goes, you could have bought Ethereum. Well, how would I do such a thing? Like, right above on the top of the page where it says ETH A, you could have bought that. No, honey, trust me, SharpLink is the way to go. Oh, the online gambling company that was about to go bankrupt. Yes. So that's the way you want to own Ethereum? Yes. Because they're competent stewards of your cash? Absolutely. You know what? Sign me up. Go margin. All in. Let's take this to the limit. It's so stupid. All of this is stupid. I don't understand what. Anyway, SharpLink Gaming. It was co-founded in 2019 by the now CEO Rob Fithian, and former COO Chris Nicholas, who left the company in 2024, probably trying to evade arrest. Tori Roberts joined the team in 2021 as a VP in charge of affiliate marketing, which obviously means it's a bullshit company anyway. With Robert DeLucia following as the CFO. According to the official site, there are also 3 independent directors. We don't care about any of them. Bernard has previously served as a director and chairman in multiple NASDAQ-listed companies. Gutkowski helped seal a $486 million cable distribution deal. I guess that's pretty good. McKinsey was managing director at BlackRock. Now it's starting to make sense. They brought in Obi McKinsey, BlackRock. It's all starting to come together, buddy. Anyway, put simply, SharpLink Gaming uses technology to help matching up sports bets with companies and fans, and like basically helps people gamble, which is going to dovetail nicely into our next story. According to its LinkedIn page, the company uses an AI tool that collects and analyzes behavioral insights on users, pushes relevant okay, this is bullshit, by the way. All they do is pump the sentiment data into ChatGPT, into GPT-4. You can look at sentiment data and you can kind of mine it and ask questions of it through GPT-4. Don't buy any of this bullshit that you're hearing. These dudes, they don't have any proprietary AI, nothing. Their AI tool that they're using is ChatGPT. All right? And sentiment. That's it. These dudes, we have developed a very special set of tools. Oh, really? With your $2 million company? Your $2 million, you can't even run a fucking large language model on your biggest computer, dummies. These dudes, they pulled a shenanigan. This is a full shenanigan. I'm glad they're buying Ethereum. I mean, I'm happy about that. This is a straight up shenanigan. I don't know what other word you use for it. It's not even a Bitcoin heist. This is just a shenanigan. This is a failed company with a bunch of losers that was about to get booted out of NASDAQ and probably bankrupt. And they brought one dude from BlackRock who's like, if you guys are willing to buy a dump truck worth of Ethereum, we could probably make this work. I'll need 8%. So anyway, on comes Lubin and Obi. Lubin from Consensus, Obi from BlackRock. That pretty much, I'm guessing that's where this came from. Trading on the NASDAQ under the ticker SBET. It currently sits at a market cap of $55 million, trading at nearly $80 per share, already doubling its price since Tuesday. Listen, Linda, this is the company that was going to get booted off the NASDAQ for being less than $1. Their stock is $80. I don't short anything, but where is Chanos when you need him? The problem is this company is so illiquid that you probably can't. They probably won't lend you shares to short. I bet you can't. I bet you can't borrow and short this.
I bet you can. I bet you can. On some secondary market somewhere.
Well, yeah, on some other sketch place you probably can. Yeah. Anyway, the company's revenue. Oh, by the way, just in case you're worried, maybe this is a turnaround story and I've got it wrong because maybe I am too critical. People have told me, Brandon, if you can believe it, that I am too critical.
I don't get, where does that come from though? I mean, that's just out of it.
Don't make no sense. Anyway, the company's revenues, however, did decline 26.1% from 2023 to 2024. Last year's financial report showed. So at least they're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, but their ETH yield is going to be through the roof soon.
You know what? Their cash on hand, however, also decreased by 42.2%.
Oh shoot! So where they gonna get the money? Oh, bro.
They had 1.4 million bucks left. That's it.
James has more than that.
They had 1.4 million bucks left. This isn't a company. You guys realize we got like 4.5 million bucks in our options account? We could have bought this company 3 times. Maybe we should have. Anyway, that said, it saw a positive net income of 10 million, a notable rise from the net loss of 14.2 million preceding it. In 2024, SharpLink sold 2 of its businesses for 22.5 million. Used most of this to write off outstanding debt. Oh my God, so it's just a fire sale, dude. They completed a domestic merger that changed the company from an Israeli LLC to a Delaware corp. This thing is a racket. What a piece of crap. Anyway, in July 2024, the board of directors started a formal review process to evaluate strategic alternatives that would drive growth and create maximize maximum value. Brandon, that's what we try to do, don't we? Don't we try to provide maximum value? Shut up, James. We're not done yet.
Dude.
We provide maximum value. Anyway, in February of this year, they announced it acquired a 10% equity stake in Armchair Enterprises Limited, which is a company that owns CryptoCasino.com. Yeah. As part of the strategy, become the first NASDAQ-listed company focused on crypto gaming. Oh, so they bought Crypto Casino. They bought into Crypto Casino so they could be part of crypto gaming. That doesn't – the gaming that they're talking about is gaming like Las Vegas gaming. They mean gambling. It's just that gambling sounds bad. They say, we carefully evaluated more than 24 compelling opportunities. What opportunities? You had $1 million left in the bank. You didn't have shit. What opportunities? Like, we looked at buying a sports car. We looked at buying an SUV. We looked at a lot of different SUVs and a lot of different sports cars. We were going to have an Uber driver full time running those things. We looked at 2 sports cars and having people drive Uber Black. That's what we looked at. This company, man. Anyway, the initial crypto pivot wasn't enough to prevent the price of SBET stock dropping 60% from $5.75 to $2.26 over the next 2.5 months. So when they first did this, the pivot to crypto gaming was not taken very well. The stock tanked. And then they announced a reverse stock split to stay above NASDAQ's minimum requirement of $1 because they were going under $1. So they had to do a reverse split and jam the shares together. You guys know what a reverse split is, right? When a stock splits, you have 1 million shares. You then split to 2 million shares, and everybody gets an extra share, and usually the price comes down, right? Okay. A reverse split is OS. We're about to get kicked out of NASDAQ, so we have 1 million shares at 50 cents. Let's make 500,000 shares at $1, and we stay. And you can see how this could continue to deteriorate till there's like 1 share left that's $1.01, right? And everybody just owns a fraction of a share of this dumpster fire. Anyway, so they cut a deal. These guys came in, and if they follow Saylor's playbook, then the next step will be to sell shares or debt against those shares to buy more Ethereum. Then continue to do that. And I guess no one will ever ask, does your company do anything? Or do you just buy Ethereum with our money and take some of that money that we gave you for these shares and just give it to your employees for ostensibly doing nothing but failing? I guess we're in the wrong business, Brandon. We should have a failed business.
We need more failed business and treasury companies. Speaking of which, GameStop absolutely screwed. You saw GameStop absolutely get wrecked just because of their trust loss and everything else. People are ripping them apart.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, they had the perfect setup for a Bitcoin treasury company. They did. They had all cash on hand, and they are just getting ripped apart. Yeah, they botched it. There are stock shows. Everybody's getting out of GameStop. Nobody trusts them anymore, which is great. I think
Oh, I
that's
hope
fun.
Crypto Kitty or whatever his dumbass name is, Roaring Kitty. I hope he doesn't lose money on all this. He was going to be a billionaire.
Yeah, he was going to be a billionaire. Hey, real quick. Yeah, all you got to do, guys, you don't have to add a contract address to see the ANFIs. You just go to Node Market and go to the ANFI tab. It's all y'all who are...
all y'all got to do once you logged in.
It's pretty simple. And then, Lisa, yeah, we did not... We said do nothing until Monday when we said go set up tilling, and we have a video for tilling. But there's also, I think Raymond made a video for tilling too, because there's a change in one of the boxes. It moved a little bit, but it's same process.
Yeah.
Just be very patient on their DApp. I guess there's a lag time between when you do something and when something processes for some reason. So just to be very patient. Everybody calm down. And it's super easy.
Let's all just take a moment. Okay.
Yeah,
hey,
easy peasy.
Now that we...
wait, last thing. Okay. Bill Strong. Oh boy, another red week. Okay, so we've had 8 green weeks in a row on Bitcoin. So I don't know what you mean another red week. Maybe because of like, I don't know, but 8 green weeks in a row is pretty good. Anyway, go ahead.
It's time to talk about James.
Oh, James. I got some stuff if you want me to pull it up.
It's time. Let's talk about James.
This is probably true, Sean. But we're gonna talk about James. Let me add this to the stage. Boom. This is James here. So I don't know if you know James, but James is our friend, the Hyperdash trader.
Oh,
he's had a brutal week. I think this is his account. I'm gonna get back to this in just a second, because this is his account right now, and we're going to tell you his little psychology of everything else. But basically, if we look, these guys summarized it the best. So this is yesterday, he got liquidated for 949 Bitcoin, another 100 million last night, as the price dipped below $105 million. So over the last week, he's lost $99 million. I did a screenshot of the best timing that I could get of a screenshot. He's down $96 million in 1 week. 1 week doing 40x leverage on Bitcoin. But he comes out and he says, this is today. He comes out, he says, the Perps Casino was fun. 0 regrets.
# bullshit.
Flipping 4 million to 100 million and then back down to negative 13 million is one heck of a ride. Hopefully, many of you enjoyed it as much as I did. Most wouldn't dare dream to place these kinds of trades. Well, they can't. They don't have the money to do so, nor the balls. That's true. I don't have the balls to do.
I don't either, because I'm sensible. Because I'm sensible.
I took a shot at making $1 billion. Maybe next time I'll be back. Now my time is to go and spend in the trenches and build a community around Moonpig. So he's getting together with Justin's son to have an X space later to discuss Moonpig.
Because Justin's son feels bad for him.
So even after he did that, guess what he did? So he went and bought Pepe this morning, and then he put another Bitcoin long on this morning.
I noticed it's a lot smaller though, because
you noticed it's down to 400 Bitcoin, which is insane. I know this seems trivial. I know this seems weird to say that it's only $1 million that he put into this, but this is like his last $1 million, or he borrowed it from Justin's son. One or the other. But if we go to his completed trades, his last trade alone, the one trade that we've been watching for a few days, lost $37 million, guys. $37 million. Look at all time on his trading account. You can tell he started out pretty small. So 500 grand he put in there, and then he kind of added some money. But what was it? May 22nd, which was 8 days ago. Okay. 8 days ago, his account was up to 82 million, and now he's down 14 million in his account. So that's a swing of 82 plus 14 would be $96 million swing.
Holy
in
crap.
This is one of the worst, and it is public, so it's public, but it's like usually a hedge fund that loses 100 million, it's because they have $4 billion at play.
Yeah.
This was this guy's whole account that he lost, the whole thing. And so it's very unfortunate that obviously, it's not unfortunate. He knew what he was getting into. He knew what was happening. And so he was going for $1 billion supposedly, and you can see that in his post.
Everybody's going for $1 billion. I mean, that's the kind of self-serving bullshit that you say to people when, I mean, what else can you say? There's not a loud enough octave to scream to encapsulate losing $99 million in about, what was it, total 10 days, 15 days?
8. No, a week. So here's the thing. Here's the thought process.
A week ago, this guy was worth $100 million.
How much? Okay, I'm a pretty simple dude. Okay, I have a family. I got some kids. I don't need a lot of money. Some guys need a lot of money. But what's your difference in lifestyle from 100 million to $1 billion?
None.
Not that much.
No,
because with $100 million, you can get any loan you wanted for anything big from any bank you wanted if you wanted something bigger. But you don't need it. At $100 million, you can enjoy anything on this green earth. Anything.
But apparently what he enjoyed was this big downward red, just losing. Like, you wonder, I mean, this is a kind of, this is beyond just like normal gambling behavior. This is like legitimate degenerate gambling, neurotic behavior, right? Like this is inexplicable unless he keeps thinking, and this is the thing, like the gambler that walks into the casino, takes his last $20, puts it in a machine, wins 14,000, and he thinks, oh, I'm good at gambling. So then he just proceeds to lose the 14,000. It's all gone. That's what happened. He gambled into Pepe like a jackass. He won. He got lucky. Good for him. And instead of taking the win, and this is the same thing that happens with lottery winners. When you get that undeserved reward, there's no value in your mind. There's no value to it. That's why I tell people, when you make a big hit, if you make a lot of money, put it to the side for 6 months. Don't eat, because your brain can't understand it yet. When you move into another socioeconomic class, and trust me, this dude went from $60,000 worth of Pepe to having almost, to having many, many millions, to eventually having close to 100 million. Your brain cannot accept that new reality immediately because you lived your life by certain guidelines, like rent costs this much, food costs this much. I don't go eat here because that steak is too expensive. To, I can buy that whole fucking steak franchise right now. Every restaurant they own, I can buy it tonight if I want to, with $100 million. So like, it's just different. You just have to. He was following Tom Gentile. I mean, for those of you that should experience a big win, I hope you all experience it. You have to push that money aside. You have to stay within your current budget, stay within your means, live within those means, and wait 6 months. Don't spend a fucking penny. Wait 6 months till your brain absorbs what that pile of money is really, the value of it for the rest of your life. This guy, he needs counseling. He needs doctors. He needs medical help. It's clear he's single because no one with a spouse would be allowed to do this. She would have hit him in the head with a bat if there was a she or he. I don't know how he rolls. He, she, or they.
This hurts so bad. This is I think this is like above and beyond one of the worst things that I've seen. The problem, here's what I would have done if I was him, okay? I wouldn't have done any of this, but even this position, I would have not done it in this wallet. I would move on. You've got to move on.
Yeah, go be quiet. Trade quietly.
Yes. No, don't do this. Do not. This is not you, bro.
Win or lose quietly. If you're winning, people are on board for a little while, and then they start going, you know what? Screw you. Especially when you openly tell them, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just throwing shit at the wall. He said
Dude
that.
Has no idea.
He said,
I have no idea.
He said he's a self-admitted degenerate gambler. Like, when you hear that, at first you're like, this is cute. And then you kind of go, you know what? I want you to fail. Because at a certain point you go, wait a minute. It's not, the universe is not fair if this asshole can win on some bullshit while people go to school for 18 years to be a doctor and they're in there working on people's hearts in a fucking trauma center where bloody people are coming in with missing pieces. And this guy makes $420K a year. And jackass over here is worth $100 million on some fucking meme coins. No one thinks that's fair. No one. I don't care who you are. Oh, good luck for him. No, be honest. Gun to your head. No one likes this. No one.
Yeah.
For him to squander it like an asshole is even worse. Think of what he could have done if he had said, you know what? I got very lucky. I'm going to give half to Children's Medical Center, or I'm going to split up $50 million and I'm going to give $5 million to my 10 favorite charities. I'm going to launch a meme coin for each charity. He could have gotten rich again off the meme coin.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway is don't do leverage. I think that's the biggest cautionary tale.
He doesn't have billions.
Oh yeah, Frank. So yeah, this is all he has. This is it.
This is it.
And we know this guy's whole story. So he started off in Pepe. He got super lucky. He made some money, and then he leveraged it all and did what he did. Got super lucky again, and then decided to play 3 times a lady and just didn't.
He basically he put his life savings into Pepe. He said it. He said I put everything I have into Pepe. Which, by the way, it turned out, but that is a stupid decision. Stupid. You're so stupid. So it worked out. He gambled. Basically, he took his life savings to Vegas, put it all on green, not even red or black. He put it on green, and it worked. Green because Pepe, right? And then he squandered the whole thing. Oh.
All right. Also, Scott, did you go to the Amphi tab? I see all your, if this is your wallet, which I'm pretty sure it is, I see all your Amphis there.
What?
So, anyway.
You're full of Amphis, bro. You're Amphied up, homie.
Let's go behind the wall, bro.
Yep. So we're going to go behind the wall. We do have, actually, we just closed another option. We just,
right. I got to talk about some Jupiter stuff. Behind the wall again. More Jupiter. It's always Jupiter.
Yeah. Okay.
Always Jupiter.
We're going to get behind the wall. It's going to be awesome. We're going to go back to here. Just
for kicks.
We're just going to have a moment of a moment of James. It's not even a moment of silence anymore. It's just a moment of James. You know, unfortunately, his last name is Win.
Well, that's his pseudonym, yeah.
You think that Laszlo, you know, the Bitcoin pizza guy, you think Laszlo is like, hell yeah, finally, someone that can join me. Yeah. Only Laszlo, he didn't.
No, Laszlo's a winner in my eyes. He's a winner.
Did nothing wrong.
Yeah, he didn't. He's just, he got pizza. Screw it, man. He got pizza for the value.
He goes, you know, the money that you spent on those pizzas could buy Papa John's?
That's mean. But here's the thing. Who did he buy the pizzas from? I always wanted to know, like, like the guy he gave the 10,000 Bitcoin, what did that guy do with the Bitcoin? You know, like he probably squandered it too or lost it. So it's like, Laszlo didn't really, screw it. He just is highlighted.
No, that guy's probably Chamath Palihapitiya. That's how he got rich. That's the only reason that guy. Have you ever seen him up on stage?
He Ubered the pizza over.
Yeah, that guy's such a jackass. He acts like he's some kind of genius investor.
You talk about Jack-A, dude. I was watching Peter Schiff on stage at the Bitcoin conference.
Oh, he's at the Bitcoin conference? Why?
Yes. I think the Bitcoiners invited him to all have somebody to make fun of. And he's the only one. He's the only one that doesn't realize it. He's on stage. This is great. And all the Bitcoiners are in the crowd just like,
They just invited him to shit on it.
Listening to him talk is the hardest thing in the world because you listen to his speech and he's like trying to argue his point. Yeah, I had a chance to buy Bitcoin at $1, but I think I made the right move. He's still up there. I made the right move. And let me tell you why. All the Bitcoiners in the crowd just like, He's like, I had a chance to buy it again at $400, but guess why I didn't? I looked at that and I said, anybody can make another Bitcoin, so I'm not going to do it. And he's like, I made the right move then too. And he tells all these Bitcoiners that. And we're all just sitting here just like pulling up the price on our phones. Like, it's like I was going to put 50 grand in when it was $200.
Yeah, he's one of these. Yeah, he's one of these guys that's got the story. Everybody has. Yep. That's a loser story, by the way. I was gonna. Man, shut the fuck up. You weren't gonna, or you woulda.
Yeah.
Somebody else told. Oh, I was doing it, but my phone. I couldn't complete the transaction. Oh, really? Your phone broke. Your phone broke. No one else's did. Your iPhone didn't internet that day. It didn't internet on a Tuesday. And everybody else's did. Shut the fuck up.
That's the hardest day to internet, though, if I'm being honest.
Tuesday's a bad day to internet. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, this is kind of old already, Frank, but is what it is. Anyway.
Okay. Here, I'll do the behind the wall thing. We're going behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, please join one of our programs, where you can be a digital investor and learn about weekly tech tips, live streams, interactive sessions, crypto education, portfolio education, crypto tools, remember all the other cool shit that we have at Digital Investor. Join us now. Did I get it?
Every minute of it. Every bit of it.
Yeah, I nailed it.